Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a good sword, a sword that you like. And first, you're going to need the ingredients: a piece of paper, a regular, just a pen, a pencil, and a Sharpie. So I am going to start. So this is basically just going to be only a sword. So first, I'm going to stop moving around. And I can't really tell that, but whatever. So I'm going to start by drawing, how about, we're going to start by drawing the handle. First, for your handle, what type of handle do you like? So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to draw my type of handle. So for a basic handle, I would say draw a line, basically, and draw this little point right here that I've drawn. Draw this down curve thing, and first make this shape. Then I would do this on the bottom because we're going to get to that next. And now you're going to put the engravings on. So the engravings I'm going to put on are, I'm going to put these like weird ancient marking things. Actually, I'm going to draw the tsunami sword, which is a sword I made up. So I'm going to draw tsunami in Japanese, which is, I think, this. I think that's tsunami in Japanese. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to erase this. My brother's making a video in another room right now. So there. I've started by drawing tsunami. And I've got the handle. And I'll put a little engravings just to fill in the blank spaces, because you might want to do that, because then it will look better. But if you don't prefer to do that, then don't do it. There. So I've got the markings of the handle. And now you're going to do any extra parts on your handle. The tsunami sword doesn't have any extra parts, but if it did have an extra part, let's just draw an example over here. Okay, so I got my handle, and I'm like, oh, I want to put these weird spikes. I want to put these weird spikes on the handle. So you would draw the spikes on the handle, and they would be like a handguard. If that's one reason for them. It'd be the hand guard like this. And then you would put your hands like that. And you would grab it like that, and then blah. Okay, that's really sad. But I'm gonna be moving on to the tsunami sword again. Now the markings, so on this one, you're like, oh, I wanna put a little gem at the bottom. Okay, so this one's putting a gem at the bottom. So here's the gem. For me, I would like to do gems and then shade in one area of the gem, and on the other area parallel to it, or whatever, like this. So that's what I would do for a gem on one sword. Or if you're doing a circle gem, do that and make a swirl in it maybe. I don't know. So for the tsunami, I'm gonna do that little circle. So try to line up the circle exactly with the little handle engraving on the bottom. So ahead of time, you might want to erase this, so that's why you have a pencil. So make a good circle that's lining up with it like this. And I'm going to put a little swirl in it, because that's what the tsunami sword looks like. It's a little gem. And now, we've got the tsunami sword, the little gem at the bottom, because that's what it looks like. And now we're going to work on to the cross guards. But if you don't want to have them, then you can just skip this part. But sorry, but you're watching this. Tsunami sword has crossguard, and they're going to be like spades. This is more of how to draw a sword, but don't mind me saying that at the beginning. I love drawing swords in my spare time. Oh, and by the way, my name's Owen. I haven't said that in any of my other videos yet. So now I've drawn the handles. Now we're going to put the engravings on the handles. So I'm gonna keep it like this. Make sure to seal off the top if you want, but for the sword and for these, I'm just gonna put some weird markings on it like this. You can put whatever type of markings you want on it. And now we're gonna get to the blade. Also for any handle accessories, maybe you want to do like, okay, I have the sword so far and it looks like this. It looks like this. And on the handles, this is really bad, but whatever. You put on the handles, you're like, I want to put some handle accessories, like these spikes down. So you hold it like this. And these will be like handle guards. But on Tsunami, there is no handle guards. Now we're going to get to the blade. If you want to start by making just a normal blade, make it a straight line and then curve it at the top and maybe go out a little bit so it looks like a spade. And then come back on the same side and copy it. And now you have the blade and put a little markings on the side. So now it's a good spear, and make it about maybe twice as long as, or maybe twice or 3 times as long as the handle. But if you want, you can make it way longer or way shorter. Maybe it's this dagger with I don't know. So on this one. Now, let's get to the markings on the sword. Also, you might want to make your tip like really sharp if you really want to. So start by curving it up and then erasing the original line and then redrawing it really, really sharp. And then it would look really good and it would have a good shadow at the top. I'll get to shadowing later. Actually, right now, before we put the markings on the sword, start by shadowing one side of your sword so the sun's on the other side of the sword. I'm going to just fold these examples over because I'm not going to do any more examples. Excuse me, we're having technical difficulties. Okay, so there. Here's the Tsunami sword so far. So on one side of the blade, put some shadowing. Put darker or lighter on one side, and make it lighter and lighter as it goes into the sword until it disappears. But make sure there's not a dramatic change because then it would look really bad. But make it sort of fade into white. Well, fade into white if you're having a white blade. But if you want to color your sword, color the sword however you'd like. So I'll just make it this gray for the video. Also, now you can color your blade. We'll get to the details on the next step. So color your sword, next step. See, there's kind of a darker edge. That's what we're looking for, a darker edge. So it kind of looks like this, so it kind of looks 3D. And let's get to the markings on the sword. If you want to put cracks or kind of dramatic marks, maybe it's been in battle a lot. If you want to put a little wedge in it, do like this. So erase a part of it and then draw a V, basically, so now it looks like it's been in battle. I'm going to do that with a few other parts. There. Also, curve it more to one side so it looks like you know what type of, where the blade's gonna hit. Okay, that's my brother talking. So like that. Now it looks like it's been in battles. And it kind of looks good. If you're a sword lover, you'll know that this will look pretty cool. Also, things like this, if you bump out too far, just erase it. Erasing is a power of pencil. So we're gonna get now like put the cracks and the little V's and okay, now that's the markings on the sword. You can draw whatever you want on the sword. This is gonna look cool. Just trust me. So there, that's the blade of the sword. Now you can color whatever you want with any color. I'm just gonna use a pencil for my color because I like to draw weapons or anything, and I don't usually color them, so don't blame me if I'm not coloring them. I'm just gonna shade this entire thing gray because that's actually the color that Tsunami Sword was meant to be. Actually, I'm the color of the little blue. It's a little blue gem, okay? Well, it's actually like this color. It's this color. You can get whatever colors you'd like. And then start coloring it. If you mess up, that's fine because then then you can just like draw it over. But if you try to be like really exact if you really want to be good. There, now I've colored the gem blue. Wow. So now for the shading on the handle, make one side a little dark like this. And like this. So it looks like it's turning to one side. So that will know that this is the hitting edge of the blade. So then like do that. That kind of looks good. And on this part of the handle, like draw out a little bit and then draw it like really dark like that. Then it will kind of look good. And on the handle, then you could also shade like I showed you on the sword and the handle. There. Now it's looking kind of good, I guess. Wait. Now it's looking good. So now we're going to get on. So get your pen, which is a narwhal in my opinion, well, that I'm using. And we're going to color the outlines, just the outline. Make sure you're very exact with the outline because if you don't have an exact outline, then you can't go messing up with it. You can't fix it. But you could restart. You might be wondering, why do YouTubers get it right on their first try every time? That's because we practice. But not me, I don't practice. When you see the dark shadowed edges, go around them. Because if you go around them, then it will look like it's actually part of the sword. Eventually, you can just erase, and it will look like the sword, because pencil is just for outlines. Now, draw any lines that you have put in your sword at any times. So, like this, or the tsunami symbol I put in, or this weird triangle thing. Wait, my pen's starting to run out of ink. Or the cracks, the sword. Take a moment to just do this. My pen's really running out of ink. So after you've got them, like I have, because that was really simple, then, actually don't erase it with your pencil or, oh wait, I forgot something. That's what I would do for my gem or jewel. Then you get your Sharpie that you got, or your black pen or anything. Outline the black parts, like the darkened parts that I showed you. But if you don't want to, this is just an extra step that I might add something. It might make it look a little more like two different edges alike. Because this is just what I'm doing. You might want to test it and then re-experiment it. Some people might think, oh, this is going to look really bad on the sword. But to me, it looks pretty good. I'll do that for that shadowed edge. And this shadowed edge. And this shadowed edge. And maybe just put a little bit of shadow with the Sharpie. I made it look really ugly. Like that. And also I'm going to put a little in the gem. So that's my sword that I'm doing for this. Now if you want, you could like color it or shade it some more, add more cracks, or whatever you want, or like do the thing. But this is my sword, and this was the video. So make sure to like this video and subscribe, and maybe leave the picture of your sword in the comments down below. And thank you for watching the video. Bye-bye.